Me neither.
Connie will never feel like a senior.
Jay!
Yeah.
I'm like
Abu. Voice.
Let me start us off with, well, I'll start us off with the, most, what was your most?
More about questions.
Well, let's do this one. Let's start off, we won't start off embarrassing, we'll go this one. What was the funniest moment during your 4 years of high school? Funniest moment during your 4 years of high school?
Connie answers first.
Why? I can't think.
I have the worst memory.
I know.
I can't remember anything.
Funniest moment.
Chris went.
I'd say when Tyler got depanced and his underwear came off too.
I've heard it both from Gina and Tyler today. Okay. Yeah.
That's terrible.
How about you, Chris? Funniest, well, I guess that counts. Yeah, that counts. Okay, Tawny?
I don't know. Mine's kind of like Chris's, and it's about Chris, so I think it's funny.
I was depanced?
No, it's when Chris kissed Tyler Morgan.
What?
In seminary.
No!
I was a witness.
I remember that. That was his first kiss.
They're both first
So you're questioning your sexual orientation now.
It's pretty funny.
Sam?
I'm really proud of both of us.
No.
If you're lucky, sir, maybe that could be one.
When was this?
You
It
gotta
wasn't while I was
You're
here.
lucky.
I've stopped
was
trying
this?
to be attracted to the opposite sex. It's too much work.
Chris?
So he went to
Absolutely not. Not even funny. Okay, but when was freshman or sophomore year? When
What
was
year
it?
was that?
Freshman year.
Yeah, it wasn't while I was
Very
here.
crappy.
Sam.
Oh, it was sophomore.
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot. You know, I can't just randomly think of one like that. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's what makes senior panel so fun. Just kidding.
Something from your senior year, then.
Just pick one.
I don't know.
Anyone? That's
Here's
all right.
something, just
Pick
make
a funny
something
one.
up.
Well,
It's all right.
obviously.
It doesn't have to be the most.
Okay. Ashley, do you want to ask the
Yeah. First kiss,
What are you doing?
who and where?
Chris was Tyler Morgan.
Wait, yeah.
no first
Okay, first kiss with a
Real
female.
kiss.
first
Yeah.
real kiss? Okay.
It counts only like
Chris,
And both of you guys'
start us
first
off.
kiss was kiss with a boy.
It was a summer night.
Like a legit
We
first
were on the
Made
golf
up.
course.
Gina?
You're a rotten
No. Stevie, actually. We were mid-conversation and I jumped in there. And I pulled away briefly and I said, "Oh, sorry." And she said, "It's okay, I liked it." And
Oh, he's making
Sorry.
I rejoice.
Filter.
Is that true?
It's true.
When?
Tawny?
When?
Like, summer of my sophomore year, going to junior.
Tawny?
It's just,
my turn. Just kidding. Mine was in Utah. This boy I met at UFY.
Oh,
You kissed a boy at UFY?
Don't kiss at
Well, it
UFY.
wasn't at UFY. We always go see. Well, like whenever I go down to Utah, we always visit each other. And so.
So you guys
The
like.
end. It was before his dad got there to pick him up.
Alright.
cute.
Alright. Sam?
I haven't had my first kiss yet.
Good for you.
Aw.
I'm sick.
My wife was the only person I kissed. It was it was after my mission, so
Really?
it was true. True.
Oh,
What is the best decision you made during high school, aside from seminary? So I don't want you to. I'm just talking about high school. Is there one thing that you're really, really glad that you did, a decision that you made? Sam, let's start with you.
I was glad that I did leadership and that I did cheer and dance and like got involved in the school. Because I think it makes it that much better when you're like a part of it, you know, not just watching someone do it for you or something like that.
Awesome. Tony?
can you skip me?
Yeah, we'll come back to you. Chris?
I'm glad I took material science this year because class is a joke. It's like the funnest class I've ever had in my life.
What class?
Material science.
Mr. Fortune?
Yes.
Mr.
I know.
Thank you so much.
I
He's,
know
my,
mine now.
he's like my favorite teacher of all time. Like, something will be due, and then like we'll just jam out on guitar, and we'll forget all about it. He'll just be like, hey, turn it in tomorrow. Then I never turned it in. And I had like a 97 in that class. So me and Tim, man, me and Tim.
Grades this on how much they like you.
Dude, completely 100% on how
He's
much they like
ridiculous though. He says Bob Dylan's garbage. He just anything I like, he'll be like overrated. I'm like, so you gonna go to Harvard, Kyle? He's like, and Mr. Fortune's like, Harvard's overrated. I'm like,
What? You're teaching material science at Southridge High School. Harvard's not over.
All right, Tawny?
anything I say.
Best decision. I don't know. Maybe a great decision I made was getting my braces. Cause now I just have a great smile. Just saying.
You got them on.
Just saying.
There you go.
Good.
Alan, shut up.
No razzing the seniors.
Don't razz me. Don't razz me.
Okay, what strength has seminary been for you during high school? This is two questions, okay? One is what strength in general has seminary been to you while you've been at high school? And the second is there a specific lesson or specific something you remember that happened that something kind of clicked? Either you felt the spirit and you wanted to be better, or was there a specific instance you can remember, and then also in general? And what general way has seminary helped you strengthen you, and then a specific instance? Sam, we start with you.
I think it's really helpful because you're at the school all day, and then you come over here and you're just here for like an hour, and I think it's really good because it's kind of, well, it's not really a mini lesson, but it's kind of like a mini lesson compared to church, Do you get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's good to be here for at least 1 hour because you get out of like all the worldly things, and that's helped me a lot.
Good. And can you think of, is there something, if you've had your 4 years in seminary, is there a specific moment where something kind of clicked, or where something that you remember it might be like a defining moment for you in seminary?
In seminary? Well, I kind of did, but like when I was called to Laurel president, it like, I don't know, like seminary and everything kind of just became more like, I wanted to go more and stuff like that.
Okay, good.
If that makes sense.
Good, yep. Tani?
Like Sam said, it's like great to have an hour out of your day just to like think of Christ and like study the scriptures, and I don't know, I think it's really helped me because when I get out of seminary, I'm not wanting to go like do otherworldly things. And a lesson, I don't know, I don't ever really remember. Well, the silent lessons, I always got a lot out of those. And then just whenever we have our own time to just study, when you put the music on, I always got stuff out of that too. So,
That takes time.
I don't have like a specific.
That's fine. Chris?
I think the best lesson was when we watched the Testaments.
It's a good movie. Like, I never felt the spirit ever when Brother Elms was a seminary teacher, because he just like, beat me up and like and stuff. Like, I mean, Brother Black is, you're a way better seminary teacher, so, it's good stuff. It's a good lesson.
Well, it's not about that, but I hope that there have been some times where you felt the spirit, and that's really what it's all about. It's not about me, it's not about any teacher, it's about feeling the spirit and growing closer to the Savior. I hope that's something that's happened. Most embarrassing moment in high school. You have something where you were just really, really embarrassed. Chris, do you ever feel that? Do you know what embarrassment feels like?
I hate myself every day.
Do you know what that emotion is?
I don't know what it is.
Most embarrassing, well, do you have?
Everyone has their most embarrassing.
I trip a lot. I've tripped up the stairs a lot. I always trip in the hall. I've tripped down the stairs. I always
Your
trip.
fall,
Have
have
you
you
ever gone all the
actually
way
fall to
down?
the ground?
No, not down, but I tripped up and I like fell and had bruises all up and down my shin. I was actually telling my sister this morning. And I like stood up on one and then I tripped and then I stepped on another and tripped again and it just kept tripping up all of them. And Kylie Cohn was actually with me and she just kept laughing and laughing and I was all bruised and it hurt really bad.
Pretty good.
It's terrible.
Tawny, any embarrassing stories?
Yeah, the most recent one was at prom. You're a Jerk came on. And so
what
I
did?
started doing the dance, Okay, so my dress is really long and I stepped on my dress, just totally face planted it. Got up and everyone's like staring and laughing, but whatever. It was pretty embarrassing.
So you were going all out and went face first.
I was.
Chris, tell us what's in your soul right now.
Chris, if it was embarrassing to you, it's probably pretty bad.
It's not, like, I'm not even thinking of myself. I'm thinking of embarrassing moments to, like, other people.
Think of that.
What?
Think about what happened this morning, Chris.
What happened this morning?
What did
I mean, just as a general overview. Pull something out.
All right,
Nothing comes to mind? You can pass.
someone else.
pass, I guess.
Wow, made me really boring.
Good thing you're an idiot.
Can I ask a question? 'Cause I think I have
Yeah.
one. What's the funniest thing that you got in trouble for? Because I know Chris might have a good one.
It's a good
I was late
By
to class.
who? By the
By the
school.
administration, that's cool. I want to know like the funniest thing that you did that you got in trouble for.
I was late to class and English class, and I was playing my guitar, trying to take my
Really?
sweet time. I was like 2 minutes late, and I forgot they were presenting like their projects or whatever, so we were supposed to be like absolutely silent in like Miss Greg's class. And I was just like playing my guitar and like singing like at the top of my lungs, and I got to the door, and before I got there, Miss Greg like slammed the door in my face, told me with ISS, and I was like, So I just turned around and kept singing the song and walked out.
Wow.
Like, as I approached it, I could hear, like, her going, "You gotta be kidding me!" Like, what's going on? Just like, my nose was like, I was like, la, la, la. And then Dick came in and we just watched, like, this movie he wanted me to watch, and I'm like, man, this is cool.
Tawny?
Oh, wait, can I change my answer? Real quick? Okay, sophomore year, like, second to last day of school, me and Dalton are in English class, and, in Miss Styles' English class, and, we try to sneak out, we try to sneak out, or no, we're crawling on the floor, like, barking. And, she wants us to stay after class because we're, like, misbehaving, and so as the moments tick by, there's, like, 3 minutes left of the bell rings, we just keep looking at the clock, and we both gotta look at each other, we're getting increasingly more antsy, and so we open the door before the bell rings, and we, like, book it outside, and she wanted us to stay, like, 5 minutes after, so, like, I've never seen Dalton run so fast. I was out the door. When I was out the door, I was right behind him, but he was like out of Sea Hall already. It was amazing. And then like Erin like drove up perfectly as we were getting to the curb when we went to lunch. And then the next day, she was like, "If you don't serve today's lunch attention, you're gonna be expelled."
Yeah, we're not meeting.
Right. I served it anyway. It was so funny. Just Dalton's face. We were like, oh, priceless. Priceless memories.
Next.
That's priceless. Tawny, do you have anything?
I don't get in trouble.
I don't really get in trouble. I mean, just for being late, but that's not funny.
And Chris makes
Everyone's
up.
late.
Well, that's Chris, basically.
Chris
Yeah.
makes up for everybody's
Late.
else's lack of getting in trouble. Tell me one of your most memorable teachers, and it could be good or bad, but most memorable, and what animal would they be?
That's
What
easy.
animal?
I peg people as animals.
Oh, wow.
You're in church when you're bored, you go.
Oh, I know all the time.
Most memorable. Sam, let's start with you. Most memorable, good or bad, either way. Just most memorable and what what animal maybe?
I
I think
really
it's a hawk.
liked
That's kind of
Mrs.
Yeah.
Drake.
It's a hawk,
a lemur.
Oh, hey, don't hate on lemurs. Lemurs are the foundation of wildlife with their long tails and their
The
moving
foundation of wild.
Well, did you ever watch the movie?
I love some food.
So, Sam, who was yours?
I really like Miss Gregg. You know,
This would be a monkey.
I had her freshman and junior year, and what animals wake up early? Because Miss Gregg is up at like she's at the school at like 5 or 5:30, and last year she would text us at like 5:30 in the morning to remind us like we didn't have school or snow days, and you'd be like, Miss Greg, I'm sleeping, you know, and she didn't care. She always texted us early, so probably like a bird or something,
She could be a
because they wake up
rooster or
early.
something.
Rooster
Get the
Rooster.
worm, right? To get the early worm, yeah.
Tawny?
I like Mrs. Edwards a lot. I don't know, she was really nice to me, but, what animal? I don't know. A bear? A koala bear.
Mrs. Edwards is a koala bear.
She's a koala, that's what I was thinking.
Aaron Radford is a koala bear.
I'm
No one
Radford is a
knows
black
who
bear.
Aaron
I don't know.
Koala- You know?
I know Aaron is. He's in my
Yeah.
ward.
I thought you were not. I've heard
all about it.
He's a black bear. Mike Radford's a black bear.
Yeah.
A few times today, we've heard his name.
Yeah.
What animal was Bosco?
Bosco's a
You'd be
black
leopard.
mamba.
You'd be a
That's what he calls himself.
What is it?
Black mamba.
All right, Chris, how about you?
Mr. Fortune and a Kodak bear. Definitely. No, grizzly bear.
No, you can't.
Grizzly?
Grizzly
Mr.
bear
Fortune, like,
whose
5'1".
mother was a sloth.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
Yeah,
And bred together in some
Yeah, Taylor's got a
unknown
question.
matrimony wildlife thing
Okay.
and had Tim Fortune.
How fortunate.
Okay.
That's right, Chris. Taylor, what's your question? I like it.
That was cute.
If your feet had taste buds, what flavor would your shoes be?
Ew.
Hey, Taylor's is peppermint.
I've played
Why
basketball
is
for like
that
8
funny?
years and I'm disgusting for you. You can all take a look after class, but they're the grossest.
I really don't want to.
It tastes like, it tastes like mentos.
probably.
Well,
It
okay,
tastes like-
how about what flavor would you want your shoes to be?
Strawberry.
Mine would be pineapple, because, like, Hawaii is pineapple, and I always wear flip-flops.
There you go, gotcha.
I don't know.
It's like a liquid walnut.
I want it to taste like brownies.
Brownie feet. Okay. What, tell us real quick, what did you do to make seminary work in your schedules? Usually all students have to do something to make seminary be able to work all 4 years. What did you do and what suggestions would you give to make seminary work in your schedules? Sam?
I took computer ops in the summer. I only took the first semester, and then now I'm taking the second semester, but I did that, and I don't know.
And that took care of it?
Pretty much, yeah. And then I just worked in all my other classes around that. I waived PE, so that
Waived
helped
PE.
too. Yeah.
Waived PE did computer ops during the summer. Tony?
I waived some PE, but I took 0-hour weights and conditioning. It's actually a good class. I don't know. I definitely recommend it if you guys need something to do because of seminary, but like keeps you in shape.
Yeah. Good. Chris?
I took 0-hour weights and conditioning for 2 years. That would explain my muscular tone, my body.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Parker, if you want to be me.
Don't take that class.
Okay, without being mean or anything, but tell us what classes at the school would you avoid, and what classes would you really recommend? Be like, this is a class you really ought to take, or what classes would you really say
Classes not to
steer away from it? Chris, let's start with you.
I would avoid calculus BC and AB.
You did not. You were never in those classes.
It seemed so hard.
He avoided them. It worked out good for him.
Worked out good for you.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What was the other question?
What classes either would you recommend or recommend not taking?
I would recommend aerobics.
Did you take your
I
brother?
scored so many chicks in aerobics.
Did you take
Good
aerobics?
point,
No, I
Chris.
didn't.
Thank you.
I wanted to though.
How about one class that you actually took that you would?
All right. I
So
see
Kodiak
your game. I
Air.
see what you're doing here.
Material science.
No, well, actually yes, but I've expended that resource already. So I'm going to say AP Government with Chuck Teals, just because you get to act however
He's
you want,
great.
and he'll never yell at you because it's not his personality. So you can really take advantage of that and say some weird, sexist, racist things, and he'll just all you do is desk and be like, Chris, you want to not say that? Yeah, thanks. Yeah, bye.
That's exactly.
That's exactly-
I've heard really good things about Mr. Tills. In fact,
He's great.
in almost every one of my senior panels, there's been somebody who said, if you can take a class from Mr. Tills.
He's the best.
He's the greatest.
funny.
It was
Isn't he the one who suggested?
me and Chris and Jake and Grant last year.
That sounds like
Does he
a
play
boss.
Quidditch in his class? That sounds like Mr. Teal.
I've heard he's really, really good though. That's good. Chani?
If you take AP Calculus if you can, try to get Miss Edwards, but I definitely recommend taking like more AP classes. I kind of wish I would have taken more because maybe then I would have gotten into Provo, but like, I don't know. It's definitely worth it, especially AP English your senior year. You don't have to do senior to senior at the end of the year, which is really stressful and you really don't want to do it at the end of the year. You just want to be done. And so,
If you do AP English,
if you do, yeah, if you do AP English after the exam, you're pretty much done.
But you don't have to do what?
Senior to senior, it's a big project that you don't have to do. But, yeah, so I definitely recommend that.
Sam?
Like Tony said, I would take AP English. I didn't take it this year. I took it last year, and I really liked it. It was kind of hard, but it was still fun. And I don't really know what class I wouldn't take. I mean, there's some that you have to.
Okay. You guys have any questions? Something you dying to know?
The crush one.
Yeah.
What's that?
First
High school crush and current, and bonus points if they're in this class.
I'm not
Go
saying
ahead.
my current.
Yeah.
You have
No,
to.
this is
No.
You have to.
I do not want
No,
to
this
say
is
my
senior
current.
panel.
this
Come on.
First
No.
time going to be
Alright, so
Sam.
first
My
one
business, I'm not saying my current
Okay,
one.
first high school.
In high school?
Yeah.
Or you just have to say if you have a current one.
Chris is
First
kind
one
of
in
more
high
good.
school.
Pretty much told her she does have a current one.
And I'm not saying no.
Yeah, you have
You
to.
have to, it's senior
Okay,
panel.
so it can't leave this room.
Okay.
It's so-
I know it's gonna leave this room.
It won't, we promise.
Who was my first high school crush?
Dude,
We
it
don't
was
know.
totally
That's
me.
why we're
Sam.
asking.
It was
It was totally me.
about Parker. How long does he stay in this room?
I really don't remember who it was.
-2 seconds.
Okay, Sam, like before school even started.
It was
people
Chris.
told me You liked me.
It was Chris.
It was
Freshman
me.
year, it was
It
Chris.
was me.
Oh.
That was my fallback.
It's still Chris. It's still Chris all 3 years.
That's before you go make sure you're like you have it.
Yeah. I don't want to say no.
You have to. You have to.
Say it.
Say it. You have to.
I'd rather not.
Just say it.
Just say
Just
it.
say it. It's
Just
okay.
say it.
Honestly, I'll tell you. It's not a legit crush yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Just tell us.
Dallin Butterworth.
Yes!
Who is that? I don't know who that is.
Like, which number?
Okay, good drum. That's right. Okay, Tani?
First was Colin. Sonoma. When I moved here, I just thought he was really cute. So. And then now, I don't really have one. Just kind of bouncing everywhere.
There's a
Who's
word
the
for
current
that.
Well, no, not like.
There's nobody specific in
No.
mind right now. Okay, Chris?
Oh, that's great. Probably Laura Batdorf. I thought she was the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. Ninth grade. I don't know. And then after that, it's just nothing ever worked.
I wonder why.
You could say I'm scarred. You could say I've stopped trying. Well,
scarred.
if anybody wants to do any favors,
Sam was so screwed over on that. Just leave her them
I
cold.
just got like,
Well, I really
never
don't
ever.
like.
Who do you have a crush on, Chris?
I would tell you as soon as I get one, but it's just like my last one was Emily, and that threw me in the garbage can.
I don't took her to prom.
And, yeah, you took her to prom. No, that was a long time.
Oh, was
ago.
Emily Butler?
Oh, that was like a month ago. No,
That
9
was
months
like a
ago.
couple months ago.
That was like 9. When was homecoming? That was like 9 months
That was like
ago.
homecoming.
October,
Um,
something like that.
I liked Tanya's sophomore year, and I told her, and she didn't like me, so this is further just self-confidence just dying. That's when it all started. I was like, this is how it happened. I'm like, Tanya, I think I have some kind of physical attraction to you.
Wow.
Okay, that's why she said, what the?
This is what she said. She's like, Chris, I don't want to break your heart. I was like,
I don't remember this at all.
Dude, I do. It hurt. It hurt so bad.
I'm really sorry.
No, to be honest, sorry. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine.
All right, Chris.
I'm a big boy.
We'll hug it out after. You'll get over it.
I'm not touching her.
Oh,
Did
geez.
I
Okay.
already? Let's see.
I was-
If you had to do high school over again, nightmare. But if you did, what's one thing you would do differently? One thing that you would do differently having to do high school again. Tanya, let's start with you.
I would probably not procrastinate as much because then I end up spending really late nights, getting no sleep, doing homework. No fun.
Okay, good. Sam?
Probably the same thing. I would work harder, like try and get better grades because it really does help in like the end when you're applying for college and stuff, and not procrastinate as much.
Chris?
I would be as gawky and awkward as a freshman. I don't know if I could have helped that, but I was.
This is causing a lot of healing.
I don't know, maybe I was.
It's like a therapy
This is.
So I'm stressing to Parker and Sarah, you know.
What?
So I've been teaching. So I've been trying to expound to you. So you don't make the same
Wait.
mistakes Daddy did.
Oh, yeah.
Make no mistake, I am Daddy. Everybody say my high school, guys.
All right. What would you suggest to the other people in seminary that aren't seniors? What would you suggest to them that would help them get the most out of seminary?
I don't want to know Christmas.
I don't know why I would. So,
What would you suggest to do? Something that you didn't do early on, maybe that you wished you had, or something that you would recommend to the students to do to make seminary be the most effective it could be, impactful. Sam?
Don't skip a lot. Well, unless you were like you're gonna be gone or something, you're sick. But don't skip and don't have your phone out or anything because you don't learn as much. Well, I don't feel like I learn as much when I have my phone out and I'm like talking to the person next to me and not paying attention.
Okay,
So
good.
just pay attention.
Connie?
For me, it was reading scriptures every night. Like freshman year, I'm pretty sure I never read my scriptures, but like sophomore and junior year when I started, I actually come to seminary ready to learn and stuff.
Yeah. Good, the preparation beforehand. Good. Chris?
I would also say reading your scriptures every day. Yep.
Okay, good.
The Old Testament.
Did I already ask you about funniest moment of the 4 years? Did I ask you about most memorable? Just most memorable.
Oh. Yes.
I don't remember anything. Nothing's
Most memorable.
Alright, I got something. I have something. I was a freshman, and I was taken in by the seniors in my class, Tanner Killian, Ken Dickman, and we did this thing. It was Dr. Covenant's here, and we were doing an Oregon Trail type of thing, where we're going all the way to Utah in our groups, our pioneer groups. And Tanner was with these two girls. I was with these two girls. We just got sick of it, so we joined groups together, and we had the sheet of paper where we bought supplies, and me and Tanner just bought thousands of pounds of alcohol. and we died like the second day. But like, we said that like in our log we wrote that we traded like Indian slaves for alcohol to like carry our lives. We just ate them when they died. And, we're just about to die for real. And then Brother Elms reads this card that says, "Cash in all your alcohol for meat." And we just get all this meat and we make it into the Salt Lake Valley. It was so funny.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
I'm like, dude, Tanner, we have 4 pounds of meat left. That's gonna last us like 4 minutes. And then Brother Elms just like, traded all your alcohol for meat. And we're like, yeah, 3,000 pounds of meat, baby. So we didn't have a cart because like it got like stuck or something. It got stuck, so we had like we wrote that we carried it in like our pockets and our shirts. But like I'm like, damn, this is so unrealistic. And then he added like our testimony fueled us to the Salt Lake Valley. I'm like, that'll cover it. And we got a candy bar.
That's
And then
great.
Sims got depressed. And, started to
Or
commit
get on the
suicide.
bike, couch again.
But he's a good kid, Tanner. Married now, as a kid.
Right. Tawny?
Most memorable. Probably learning how to drive stick shift, but not.
You drive stick shift?
Yeah, I do. My dad was trying to teach me, and every time I'd do something wrong, he would yell at me, and I would just freak out and start crying, and I'd get out of the car and be like, I'm not driving anymore. And I hated driving stick shift, but then Trent, he actually let me use his car, and he taught me how to drive stick shift. So
Ruined
that
his
was pretty
transmission,
cool.
said your dad.
Yeah, probably.
That's good.
Probably that's why he had to get rid of
Yeah.
his car.
That's
But
the only time I ever heard my mom swear was when she would teach us how to drive.
Oh my word.
Sam?
I don't know. I've always liked football games. I like cheering on them and stuff. I
Yeah.
don't really have a specific
that's awesome.
one.
Good. Okay, my last, just in general, and then I'm just going to have you guys bury your testimonies. Last question that I have, at least, is that if you just had any one piece of advice to our freshmen, sophomores, juniors, one thing that you would just ask them to do, and it could be seminar related, it could be school related, just anything. What was one piece of advice you would like to say to them? Tawny?
okay. I'd say don't really care about what others think of you. Like, you just have to be yourself, and like, if people have a problem with it, then you know it's what they think of you. And I don't know, people always will have something to say about you, especially like because you're Mormon. Like, it's always gonna be like, oh, they're Mormon, blah blah blah. But you just can't let anything get to you. If it's bad or if it's good, then yeah, that's great. But just be yourself and don't care what others think.
Good. Sam?
I agree with what Tawny said. Be yourself, and I would try your hardest, and like, you know, everything that you do in high school and even out of high school and stuff, you always want to try and succeed. Stuff like that.
Chris?
Just know this, high school is the most irrelevant, the stupidest 4 years of your life.
Chris?
It is, like, oh, I'm learning the quadratic formula. Well, good job, that's gonna help you grocery shop. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't do anything for you. So just do what you want, don't get F's, and go to college. And be nice to everyone. That's
That was actually great
Be
advice.
nice.
Dude, that is really good. That was what you
I learned a
don't
lot
get
today,
it.
Chris.
Like,
Thank you.
you learn everything you need to learn by 6th grade. Like, how to spell, how to read, how to do math. Like, once you get to algebra, it's just ridiculous. You never have to find X unless you want to major in math.
What are you going to be when you grow up?
And when you get good enough, you have people to do that for you. So, like, bosses at nuclear power plants don't do anything. They just make other people do things.
What are you going to be when you
Okay.
grow up?
Sam, will you just take a minute or two, just share with us your testimony?